I'm the coordinator for the Common Ground Peace 4 project here in Currynearin and Tullyally, supported by SCUPB. And we have, over the past 3 years, done a huge amount of work in these two areas, run a variety of different programs for young people, for youth, as well as for older people. Everything from kickboxing programs to trips away, to family day trips, to then supporting some of the fun days, as well as running programs like a cooking program and a well-being program, arts and crafts programs, and things like that.
One of the ones I thoroughly enjoyed, which myself and Natasha took part in together, was definitely the sea salts, the bath salt making, which we enjoyed doing in my living room. Just a girly thing to do.
The kickboxing was absolutely brilliant. It brought a lot of young people actually off the street and under the hall, kept them doing productive stuff rather than out in the streets and stuff.
My daughter, she really enjoyed doing the kickboxing, all the day trips, all the mixing with the different communities, doing homework clubs, stuff like that there. It was really good to get her out and get her active.
The kids after schools club, they absolutely loved it. They really did.
We did yoga in there, so it's like a Zoom that like we go on the call and then all of us meet up, like all family and friends.
I did the arts and craft too down in the centre, which I never thought I would be crafty, but I actually really enjoyed doing the crafts.
He loves to engage with wonder boxes, and he's only 3, but he gets fun at it and has really enjoyed it from the start, and I think it's a very positive thing for our community.
The main aim of the Common Ground project was to bring people from both communities together in a way that helped them create friendships and develop bonds outside of what was happening before. So bring people together in ways that maybe they hadn't been brought before, use their own spaces in ways that hadn't been used before, maybe encourage a little bit more movement between the two estates, get people just to know each other a bit more on a day-to-day level.
Well, you learn to mix with the community more, and we're learning, like, with one each other's cultures as well. We're all coming together, and they're coming up to our centres, we're going down to their centres, and everyone's putting their own ideas in, and they come up round and they're all helping all one as well.
Well, we went and viewed and visited different areas, sat in a meeting, listened to their views and how they did everything to make their community group better, looked at their different venues and looked at how we could improve ours. Just a joint force to looking for the future and improvements.
Working with Tullyally has been great. It's mad to think that they're just down the road and they're going through exactly the same thing we are. And we all want the same thing. We want a better communities and a better area.
The positive things that come out of it was that the young have learned to mix, and that there's a lot going on for them that hasn't been going on this years. So I think it's very positive for outlook for the young people, that there's more going on for them.
Some of the best days were the family trips that we had. So we went to Lurgy Brack and we went to Port Stewart, and the atmosphere was brilliant. And it was also a really relaxed way for people to get to meet each other. So we went up to Lisburn to the water slides, and there were lots of people with very small babies and children that hadn't actually maybe met each other before, but they lived really close together, had children the same age, and they were just chatting on the bus. I remember looking down the aisle and people just chatting over and back and handing babies over and back, which was just which was really lovely.
These areas need a lot of support, and that one of the things that is so clear is that there is a huge amount of goodwill between the two areas, and there's ideas and ambition to work together to try to get as much resource into the area as possible. These are communities that have a very long history of working together, and I think that that's something that needs supported and also needs amplified.
What do I want to see for the future here? I want to see more stuff for the youths. I want new parks. I want our pavements fixed. I want new street lights. I just want for the youths. So I do, especially the next generation coming up, because there is nothing for them. I'm very passionate about that, very passionate.
I would like to see more things here for the children. Definitely things keeping up, keeping them active, having more cross-community things again, because again it stops any divide, it just gets everybody engaged.
4G pitch for the boys, because like they keep travelling up to Drumahoe, going to the pitch and all, and we always have to travel up to Drumahoe to do stuff, and it's not fairness.
If we could get our park up and going, which we've been fighting for the past 25 years. We never got one yet. So we'd love to get that up for the kids, for this generation now, because we've been growing up and we haven't seen it.
As you can see, the play park behind me is old and run down. The community here has been trying to organize to get a new play park and campaign for it for many, many years. In a lot of the cross-community work that we've done over the past 3 years, it's also clear that there's a lot of desire from both Currynearin and Tullyalley to work together in order to put forward proposals that bring in resources to both areas, and a play park is the thing that Currynearin wants to see come to fruition. There's a lot of optimism that it's possible, and there's optimism that this is something that can be won for the community within the next few years. And so hopefully from the work that we've done on the Common Ground project, working with Tullyalley, working with Derry Strabane District Council, working with Department for Communities, working with the Waterside Neighbourhood Partnership, there's a real opportunity to work together to try to bring in the type of resource that's needed here.
The community out here, the community spirit, the volunteering, everybody's a team. There's nobody fighting against one another. Everybody's just all in for together. We're all looking for the same outcome.
I work along with the committee. I'm the secretary of the committee of the Tullyalley Community Centre. Through COVID-19, it's just been packed to the vulnerable. It's took a lot of help from everybody in the community to do this.
Oh, I just love everything about Currynearin now, because I just know everybody and everybody knows me.
I would like to see these areas put on the map, because I think they're ignored and overlooked an awful lot. I think that there's so many things that happen within the community that aren't seen, because people are busy in their day-to-day lives, but reaching out to their neighbours, and that's not something that you're going to see in a newspaper or on a TV programme, but it's happening all day, every day. The area is portrayed in a really negative way, and you only ever see the bad things. But when you take the time to walk around and talk to people and look at their houses, there's an awful lot of care. And there's an awful lot of care between houses and between streets and between people. Like, they're looking out for each other, they're making sure that they're okay. And I'd like to see more of that acknowledged. I would like to see fundamental resources available for people to be able to live their best lives. These are people who are working very hard day to day, looking after each other. They deserve to live somewhere that reflects that allows them to live dignified, fulfilled lives in a beautiful space. They're in the middle of fields. They deserve to have nice play parks, flower boxes, a beautiful place to sit, a lovely community centre, all those things. That's what they deserve, and that's what I would like to see happening.